Millions of twinkling lights, world class holiday shows, and festive family fun. Branson, Missouri. That is your Christmas destination that you need to see, and that's where we're going for today's Destination Heartland. I'm Sharon Chen with KCTV5. I can think of no better place for the holidays than Branson, Missouri. So joining me today, right now, is Olivia Renke. Hi, Olivia. How are you?
Hello, I'm well. Thank you for having me.
Sure. Olivia's with the Branson Lakes Area Chamber of Commerce Convention and Visitors Bureau. So she's going to kind of help us take this virtual trip today. So this is a real special episode of Destination Heartland, Olivia, because it is during Christmas week. And like I said, I can't think of a better place than Branson for Christmas. So tell us about all the Christmas highlights.
My goodness, there's so much to do in Branson for Christmas. We are America's Christmas tree city. I love to think of us as one of the most fun holiday destinations. There's so much you can do. We have live shows for everybody in the audience, whether you like music or maybe a storyline or a biblical plot line as well. We have drive-through lights. We have Silver Dollar City's Old Time Christmas. Shepherd of the Hills, North Pole Adventure, just really anything you can imagine for Christmas, we have it here.
That's so awesome. Let's talk a little bit about one of my favorite places, which is Silver Dollar City. That is a really cool place for Christmas.
It is one of my favorite places to go during the holidays. They have over 6.5 million lights. They have 40 rides, things like Time Traveler, yeah, all the way down to things for younger kiddos and their families. They have artisans who are working on things like pottery and blacksmithing to create really unique Christmas gifts. It's a great place for shopping. And they also have their tasting passport, which is a great hack to try whenever you go to the park. When you buy the passport, you get little samples of food all throughout the park. Really fun way to try a bunch of different places at once.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing because just the treats alone in Silver Dollar City, I mean that's definitely worth the visit right there for sure. And let's talk about Branson in general. I mean, the place kind of transforms during a Christmas time. And so you can drive through the town on a lot of different places to kind of really feel that Christmas spirit.
Now, we like to say it is Halloween one day in Branson and Christmas the next. Thanksgiving is a day, but Christmas is a season here in Branson. We do it big and we do it well. All of our local businesses love to celebrate Christmas with us. We have lights everywhere. If you love a fun light stop, you have to check out our local Chick-fil-A. They go all out
Oh,
for Christmas, and they're not the only ones. Just driving through town feels like you're driving through a wonderful little Christmas city. It's beautiful.
it is beautiful for sure. And one of the things Branson is known for are the live shows, that entertainment value there in Branson. Tell us a little bit about the Christmas shows that are available to see.
Absolutely. There are so many different types of shows. We have a lot of live musical shows, so things like Christmas Wonderland at King's Castle Theater. It's Christmas hymns, it's Christmas classics, all blended with fun song and dance and beautiful costumes. A lot of our local performers will do Christmas specials where the first half of their show is similar to their year-round show, and then their second half is full of all the Christmas cheer. Sometimes they'll have activities, unique Christmas songs. A lot of them will do their own rendition on Christmas classics. We also have Sight and Sound theaters where every 2 years they do the Miracle of Christmas. It's the Christmas story like you've never ever seen it before. It's beautiful, it's larger than life, and it's just incredible.
Well, the sound in sights, right? That theater in general has
In
these
sound.
just amazing productions. Um, Along with Christmas comes shopping, of course, holiday shopping. And Branson is really a place that people can go to maybe find that really unique gift.
Yeah, we have several places. One of my favorite things about Branson is that it's really a family destination, not just for the families that are coming to see us, but it's a family destination for those who have owned it and built it from the ground. We have a lot of family-owned stores. Historic downtown Branson is a great example. A lot of the stores there, including Dick's 5 and 10, have been there for decades. We have Branson Landing, which is right along the lake. It makes a really fun date night or just shopping adventure. Kringle's Christmas store, it's the largest Christmas store in Missouri, is over at Grand Village, along with things like the Fig Tree books. all sorts of great unique gifts. And then we also have a great outlet mall. It's called Tanger Outlet Mall. Super fun. It's a must see when you're here.
Absolutely. And that's one of the real fun things about Branson is because you just kind of hit upon it. Couples, families, there's a little something for everyone in Branson.
Is. And I think that's one of the best things about coming to Branson. If you have families, there's shows for you to do, there's activities for you to go get your kiddos' wiggles out, there's things for you to explore and adventure. But it's equally a romantic destination. You can come and do spa days. We have some luxury hotels like Big Cedar Lodge and the Grotto that are designed for a romantic getaway. Families, retired couples, everybody in between. It's your place to be.
It's your place to be. Let's talk about how Branson came to be because we always like to dig in on a little history here on Destination Heartland. Let's talk about how Branson became such a major tourist destination.
One of the first shows in Branson's history is the Shepherd of the Hills outdoor drama. They just celebrated 65 years of performing their drama in their theater, but
Wow.
they were having shows long before that. Back in 1907, Harold Bell Wright, he was a traveling minister, published the book The Shepherd of the Hills. And because of that novel, along with things like Marvel Cave and what is now Fantastic Caverns and Talking Rocks, we had a boom of tourism come to the area, people who just wanted to see if this place that Harold Wright wrote about was even real. And it was. And from there, we have had families branch off who were in the drama for years and years. They now have their own shows like the Bald Knobbers. And just from there, people really caught on that this was a great place to be. If you love to sing, if you had a family story, this is the place to tell it.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. And, beyond the entertainment, too, Branson has so many attractions. What can visitors see of this history today?
Shepherd of the Hills still has a historic park where you can go to. You can see Old Matt's Cabin, which, for any of you who have read the Shepherd of the Hills novel, you know is an iconic location in that book. They still do the theater multiple nights a week, multiple nights of the shows, so you can come see that. They have historical markers. And then places like Silver Dollar City really still bring that old time charm. It's set in the late 1800s. You can see Marvel Cave. It just feels like you're stepping in to the history of the Ozarks and all of the Christmas that they love, and just all of the history that we all know and love here.
And Silver Dollar City is so unique to in an attraction in itself because it is an amusement park, but it's a themed amusement park where you go there and you really feel like you're stepping back in time.
Absolutely, dude. They have done an incredible job of just making that park feel like you've been transported back in time. They even have a ride called Time Traveler. Really feels like you've traveled through time into Silver Dollar City. Their employees wear all sorts of fun costumes that just really bring that atmosphere to life. The decor is amazing. The buildings are beautiful. And they just still have some of those old time values of family and faith and flag and bringing all of those things together into a great destination for families.
Oh yeah, for sure. It is so much fun. And we talked a little bit about the entertainment scene there. How is that set apart from entertainment scenes in other cities?
Think one of the most notable things is that it is built for families. And there's not a lot of places that can say they have been designed for families, by families. And that's something Branson can say really proudly. You're not going to find anything questionable in any of our shows. You're going to just find old fashioned laughs and fun, and you're going to make core memories with your family. And I really think that's what sets Branson apart from everywhere else. We're just ready for all, families of all shapes and sizes to find us.
Yeah, absolutely. And some of those theaters are really neat. Isn't there like a Dolly Parton theater too?
Yeah, we have Dolly Parton Stampede, so much fun. There's horses and acrobatics, and it's crazy. A bunch of things I could never do. It's beautiful to watch.
Absolutely. And let's talk about some of the other attractions for families, couples visiting Branson too. What are some of the other highlights in town?
Yeah, so Shepherd of the Hills, like I mentioned earlier, they are a great spot for families. They do seasonal festivals as well as having shows. They have mountain coasters. We have three mountain coasters in town. Those are great destinations for families. Dolly Parton Stampede is an excellent spot that many families come to year after year. We have the Titanic Museum, which is a beautiful spot for families, especially for history lovers. I highly recommend stopping there. And then right outside of Branson, we also have College of the Ozarks, which is a work college, and they have a wonderful restaurant called the Keeter Center. It's delicious. They have a unique shopping experience. It's a lot of fun.
And you talked a little bit about the Titanic Museum, which when you think about Titanic, you don't think about a museum that's right here in the Midwest. What can visitors find at the Titanic Museum?
So much fun stuff and a lot of sobering things too, really. It's really just a walking history lesson. They have never before seen photos and artifacts. They tell the story of the passengers so beautifully and respectfully. They've redone different parts of the museum to look like pieces of the ship to really give you a look into what the Titanic looked like. What did those people experience? They walk you through timelines of different events in the sinking, and they've just really done a great job of honoring the history of the Titanic, the world's most famous ship, but also bringing it to life, making it interactive, making it educational too.
And I love that too because it is right in our backyard that we can go and experience this museum. And also along in that area too, it's not just the Titanic Museum. There's a lot of different attractions that families can dig into in that zone right there.
Absolutely. We were affectionately referring to that stretch of road as the Strip, the 76
Yeah.
Strip. If you know anything about Branson, you know that the Strip is the place to be. It's got all of our different, lots of different theaters, lots of different aquariums, and different museums. That is one of Branson's iconic places.
And there are I think when we were there, what was so much fun because there's the building that's like upside down. I think it is the Wonder. What is it
Yeah,
called?
Wonderworks.
Yeah,
Wonderworks.
Wonderworks. That is really interesting too. But so many different things that people, young to old, can dig into.
Absolutely. We are a multi-generational travel hub. We have tons of families that come. Grandma and grandpa tag along with the kids, and everybody has just as good a time.
And so I always ask this question too is, we talked about the big visitor spots. What are some of those spots that the locals know about that are kind of a highlight, but not necessarily the tourism industry? The tourists coming to Branson, no, they don't necessarily know about.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of great coffee shops, and we also have a lot of really great little local eateries that I love to go to on a cozy day. So downtown Branson's a great place to find all of that. Places like Branson Cafe, which has been around since 1912, still serves delicious food. That's a local favorite and a tourist favorite as well. We have like the Farmhouse, which is also downtown, and then Grand Village is also a great spot that not all tourists hit, but they should, and it's a local favorite with Sugar Leaf Cafe, which is delicious, and also Kringle's, which is that largest Christmas shop in Missouri. Those are some fun little local getaways.
Fun little local getaways for sure. And the other thing too is Branson is, right on the river there. There's a lot of outdoor spots to go and activities to get into there as well, right?
Oh yeah, we have tons of outdoor stuff. So we have three lakes. We have Lake Taneycomo, which is probably the one we're most well known for, and Table Rock Lake. Both of those make up a large part of this lake community. We have boat rentals, but a lot of people will bring their boats and their fishing gear. We have fishing guides that run all year round. So whether you're coming in March or November and looking for a fishing trip, you can join them. There's also free hiking trails, Table Rock Parks, Dewey Shores Park, lots of hiking and swimming opportunities. So it's also a great budget destination as well because you don't necessarily have to pay for activities to have a great time. It's all right in our backyard.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun. Well, we still have so much more to talk about in Branson, but right now, what we want to do is take a quick break and then we'll be back with more Destination Heartland and Olivia. Welcome back to Destination Heartland. Today we've got a special episode. We are exploring Branson because it is the place to be for Christmas. But now we're also talking about what else there is to do in Branson. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in Olivia Ranke. She is with the Branson Lakes Chamber of Commerce and also the Convention and Visitors Bureau. Okay, Olivia, so we have just talked about so many different things about Branson, and we still have so much more to talk about. Which let's talk about 2026. Around the Midwest, there's so many different communities that are celebrating the 250th um, birthday of America, and there's some events going on in Branson too. Tell us about what's happening there.
2026 is going to be a huge year for Branson and a huge year for America, and we are going for a record setting Flag Day. So, our anticipation is that we will have a minimum of 5,000 flags displayed in the city of Branson, and that we will set the Guinness World Record for the most amount of American flags displayed in one city on a single day. And we could not be more excited. We're involving our community in this. We're going to be having parades and celebrations, and downtown is just going to be a wonderful representation of everything we know and love about the USA, but so is the entire town.
Oh, that's going to be so much fun because, in general, already Branson is kind of the place to be for activities and, lots of fun things there for sure. Let's dig into a big part of Branson, which is dining and shopping. Beyond the dinner shows, tell us about the dining scene in Branson.
Dining scene in Branson is wonderful for comfort food. If you're looking for just old home style cooking, places that you can really have a great meal that feels like you might have just eaten it at home yourself, but without the hassle, Branson is the place to be for that. Earlier, I mentioned places like Farmhouse, Branson Cafe, located downtown. They have cinnamon rolls that I'm not even kidding are the size of your head. Ultimate comfort food. And then there's also a lot of locally owned eateries as well. Some do comfort food, some do places like Mexican or Italian, things like that. Great variety, but if I had to sum up Branson food in a single phrase,
Oh,
comfort food.
I love it, comfort food. And are there any particular places that people can go for Ozark cuisine? Because we are talking about the Ozarks, which Branson is a big part of. Um, First of all, what is typical Ozark cuisine and where can people go to experience it?
Absolutely. So lots of your home style cooking, your fried chicken and your green beans and mashed potatoes, things like that. Those really bring a wonderful Ozarks flair to them. If you're looking for upscale Ozarks dining, check out the Keeter Center or any of the restaurants at Big Cedar Lodge. They bring comfort food and just exquisite dining together beautifully. Great date night spot. Great time to have a celebration, things like that. Those two are two that just top of mind. You must stop and try.
Oh, that sounds awesome. And we talked about Branson being a family destination. So, what are some of the restaurants that are, good food, but also more affordable options for families?
Branson Cafe, I know we've already talked about them a couple times. Their spot to be. Local Flavor is also a great spot. We have Getting Basted, which is an award-winning barbecue restaurant that is perfect for families, friends. One of the last times I was in there, there was a baseball team eating dinner. Great spot to bring your group or your team, and we love them. They have wonderful food.
I have actually been to Getting Basted, and my daughter, who is now 12, I think when we went there, she was like 7 or 8. She remembers it because she said that guy had the longest pour because he had a pitcher and he poured into the cup from a long distance away, and she was so fascinated by that. So that is a really good
Awesome.
family spot for sure. We talked a little bit about fine dining. What is more also? What are some of the more experiences for family, for romantic couples or couples looking to get away for that romantic weekend?
Yeah, definitely check out the Keeter Center and Big Cedar. Those are ultimate date night
Uh-huh.
experiences. They're beautiful and they are just elevated. A lot of their things are house made or farm to table, which is an excellent, just ethical eating. It's wonderful and it's beautiful. They're just probably two of the best I can think of.
And so, along with the dining, of course, comes the shopping. So, what are some of the unique items that visitors can find in Branson when it comes to shopping?
You're shopping for unique. To me, that goes right along with Dick's 5 and 10. It's one of the last classic 5 and 10 stores in America. They have everything you could think you'd want and a lot of things you didn't know you want, but suddenly you want them whenever you walk in. They have an incredible variety of old-fashioned candy, sodas, things you can't find anymore, just old toys, things that maybe you can't go to the grocery store or any of your supermarkets and find anymore. And it's just a place for family shopping, great place for stocking stuffers and Christmas presents. So keep that in mind for next year when you are ready to do your Christmas shopping.
Oh, for sure. And what are some of the hidden treasures in Branson that, again, that the locals know about, but the visitors may not necessarily?
Hidden treasure that comes to mind immediately. It's called Magnolia Bistro and Grill. They are located on the Branson Landing and they have some of the best French fries that I have ever had in my entire life.
Ooh.
Italian ice. They do boozy Italian ice if you're looking for something a little bit more adult and fun. They are an excellent little hidden gem downtown. They also own Food Near Me, which is in the Tanger Outlet Mall. Those two are both amazing local places. And then just hitting the landing, honestly, is a great place to go. A lot of locals will go to take a walk or just to enjoy a beautiful night out because it's right off the lake. It's beautiful.
And there's also a giant Ferris wheel that you can ride at the landing, too, right?
The Ferris wheel is actually located right off of the Strip 76 with the track and family fun parks. So we've multiple of those parks throughout town. So go-karts, arcades, bumper boats, things like that. And then the Ferris wheel, they do a light up show in the evenings and they'll do special Christmas shows closer to Christmas. And you can take a wonderful ride on the Ferris wheel either with your family or your romantic partner. And it's just a great way to see Branson from above.
Yeah, and I've seen the pictures too of the Ferris wheel and that area there lit up. It is absolutely beautiful. Let's talk a little bit about when visitors go to Branson and they want to bring a unique souvenir home. What kind of things come to mind when it comes to unique souvenirs that are Branson?
Unique souvenir that is Branson. Well, I would say anything from Dick's 5 and 10, like I've talked about earlier, is going to be a great souvenir. Anything from Silver Dollar City is going to be a super unique souvenir as well. We have, I know, a great t-shirt selection. They're so much fun. A lot of them are funny. They have wonderful puns on them, and they are quite literally everywhere. So you can likely find one that nobody else has, and that makes a great little stop. There's also a lot of places have their own merch and souvenirs, so it's a great way to support local souvenir shops and places like hotels or restaurants. A lot of them have their own unique souvenirs. It's a great way to bring them home and a great way to keep those memories going for forever. I personally like to collect ornaments. So a lot of places have a unique ornament, and with us being America's Christmas Tree City, what better way to remember us than putting us on your Christmas tree?
Absolutely. Perfect for the holidays, as what we're talking about now. Beyond the holidays, let's talk about festivals and seasonal events in Branson. What are some of the things that people maybe want to put on the calendar for a good time to visit Branson?
Absolutely. So I definitely recommend getting Fall Fest on your calendar for next year. It's our fall celebration in the downtown area. Dates will be announced soon, so keep your eyes out on our website, explorebranson.com, for more information. 4th of July is going to be a great time to come here. It's going to be just a celebration of red, white, and blue. It's amazing and so much fun. And like I said earlier, Flag Day, going to be completely covered in flags, USA flags, all things patriotic and celebrations. And then one special thing we are running this year through the whole year is the Great American Pie Way.
Oh,
And we are going to have a giant list of places that have homemade pies, pizza pies included. So if you're not a sweet pie person, you can get a savory pie and you can complete items on the trail and win prizes like mugs and stickers and aprons. And you must do that whenever you're in town.
oh my gosh, you had me at pie. What kind of pie would a visitor typically find in Branson? That's a Branson specialty.
Like Farland's Family Restaurant, they have a special, I believe it's called a traffic jam pie.
Oh,
I have not gotten to try it before, but it is on my list as I also do the American Pie Way. A lot of fruit pies are going to be local favorites. You know, your blueberry pie, your cherry pie, your apple pie, just your classic, just comfort pies. That's what you're going to find here.
oh, that's awesome. I love it. Um, So one of the things about Branson is we talked about it's on a river, but there's also a lot of outdoor activities that people can enjoy there. Let's talk about some of the things that people can do to kind of take advantage of that beautiful scenery around Branson.
One of the things that immediately comes to mind is Pink Jeep Tours.
Ooh.
They are a really fun tour destination, and just like the name says, they take you around in pink Jeeps. You can choose from multiple different tour lengths and what sides of the city you want to see, and they will take you to some places that you can't access anywhere else that have beautiful views. They'll take you by the lake, by the dam, things like that, and that's a great way to take in the scenery. Fishing tours, again, are a great way to take advantage of the beautiful weather we have, and a lot of the tour guides have been around Branson for years and years, and they have just some of the best knowledge and the best little hidden tidbits about Branson.
And are there also places like people can hike and bike too? Because we talk about outdoor adventures, and I mean, that's a big part of it is hiking and biking.
Ruth and Paul Henning Conservation Area. It's actually over out by Shepherd of the Hills, kind of on the outskirts of town. They have wonderful hiking trails. You have Dewey Shores, which has also wonderful hiking trails. Those are a little bit easier for families and places like that. So we have, and there's probably dozens more that I don't even know the names of off the top of my head, but outdoors and Branson go hand in hand.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean, like we said, the scenery is just absolutely beautiful, a beautiful part of that. We have talked about so many different things to do in Branson. So I always ask this question. So if one were to visit Branson, how long of a visit should they plan for?
I would recommend at least a 3 day visit. 3 to 5 days is a great vacation time to visit Branson. It's a great time to take it all in, but still feel rested when you go back home. 3 days can be a wonderful little weekend away, 5 days up to a whole week. So that 3 to 5 day range is really when you're going to hit the sweet spot for finding all things Branson has to offer.
And also, like, as far as places to stay, it's not, there's plenty of hotels, but a big part of Branson too are like Airbnbs, right?
Airbnbs, a lot of cabin rentals, things like that. One place that I would recommend that anybody go to stay. It's called the Ozarker Lodge. It is Branson's first boutique hotel. I believe it opened
Oh.
up in 2022. It's an old lodge that has been converted into a beautiful hotel. They have continental breakfast. They have a full service coffee shop and wine bar inside, and they are just a beautiful place to stay. They have a really fun double queen bunk bed situation where you have two queen beds and then two bunk beds on top of those queen beds. Perfect for families. Again, perfect for a romantic getaway. You have to stay at the Ozarker Lodge.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. So I always ask this question, which people say is the hardest question, which is what is the
Oh,
best time of year to visit Branson?
it's time of year to visit Branson. Can I say every time of year? I guess that doesn't really
Yeah.
answer the question for you. I love the spring here in Branson. It's beautiful. Everything is just coming to life and it's just springing with color and flowers and trees. A lot of people love to come visit in the fall as well. So, fall is a huge hit. We have beautiful, colorful leaves here in the Ozarks. So, you can't miss a fall or a spring. Really, any time of year is good, but a lot of our visitors love to come in the fall and spring.
I love it. And with that, that does it for this episode of Destination Heartland. Olivia, thank you so much for joining us and telling us all about Branson.
Thank you for having me, and we hope to see all of you in Branson very soon.
That does it for this episode of Destination Heartland. We hope that you had so much fun exploring Branson with us. And our next adventure will be next Tuesday. That's when new episodes drop. So we hope to see you then. I'm Sharon Chen with KCTV 5 News.